right? Especially with the tariffs. Look at what are we at now for tariffs in China? I saw like in
8
some
billion.
cases it's like
245.
200.
245. I mean, I don't know if that's right or wrong. I'm not going to take a
I know
position.
your stance on it because you're
Well,
with the other guys who have no economic education, and
I
you're
have
like
a,
me,
I
and
took
you're gonna
economics.
and you're
I took
and you're
economics.
gonna say well, they should be doing this, and how come they're like, no, like
No,
it's
I
a
don't think,
complicated formula to figure out what they
yeah.
need to do,
Listen,
and everyone's got their armchair quarterback opinion.
I don't think I know better than them. I think I have my opinion. It
Mhm.
generally is different than theirs. I don't think you need an economics degree to have a sense of where things might head if somebody does X or Y. I mean, you're guessing. And even the people that have those top educations, they're wrong more
They're
often
the
than not,
best
too.
guessers.
Well, they're the most
Well, because
educated guessers
they have to guess the most. That's why
with
they're
the right
wrong more than
degree.
other people.
Well,
Yeah.
they don't have to,
We
but I
got no
mean,
pressure when we guess. We're just like, you know what? This time I'll guess that. Next time I won't guess.
no, but that's not
I'll only
true.
guess when I really know what the answer is going to be.
If we guess wrong, then we
Yeah.
make decisions based on, the wrong thing, and that doesn't always work out so well, right? If you're
I know.
making the wrong decision based on well, maybe see that's another thing is like the information is so tainted and phony that it's like how do people make decisions? That's why
There's
I
very
love
basic information that they calculate the same way. That is, it's easy to see. It's easy to see what's going down in the U.S. as far as what their interest rates are doing. It's easy to see, the GDP growth. It's easy to see per capita GDP. It's easy to see the immigration numbers. It's easy, the unemployment, figures. Maybe those things, they get played with a little bit more than other metrics, but at least you can see how it's being calculated and how it was being calculated before. Same thing with inflation. So again, when they start changing the rules to, suit themselves, obviously that's going to be a factor. But they can see how the basket's being weighted, and they can see what parts are actually being inflated and what parts aren't. And they know that too. They have those math skills. So,
right.
but I agree with you. There's certain things that we would all, disagree with. As a layman, we would all be like, oh, well, it sounds good when they put it that way. But the carbon tax would be one very like key factor
Well,
that
I mean,
they would take into
remove
consideration once they start calculating the inflation numbers with the carbon tax changes.
Well, if you think about how the carbon tax works and how it just gets layered on top of like every part of the process because it's the
Mhm.
energy, it's an insane amount of money that is actually saved. So really, yeah, inflation should go way down just for removing that. Now let me throw this at you, TK,
Okay.
because I've been thinking. Yeah, get ready. So tariffs, which should be technically inflationary, which, I mean, they make the cost of things go up in an environment where demand is shrinking, TK. In an environment where demand is shrinking by tariffing things that people aren't already buying, are you just not making it so that they're going to buy it even less, thereby reducing the prices of things, not increasing them?
Whoa!
What do you think, though? No, but seriously, think
I
about
get
it.
your point. I get your
Like,
point. But
it's all on.
the issue is the stuff that they're tariffing are things that like automobiles and
But you don't need that.
steel and aluminum
Well,
and
that's
like
a problem.
everything that we make in China. You know what I mean? That gets
Right.
brought to the US. So unfortunately, what they are tariffing are things that we're actually using and that are actually being paid for on a daily basis.
Yeah, but they're not things that, I mean, they're the things that go up
You
that
aren't
we
buying
need.
today.
Well, no, but even if you're buying them, people are definitely buying them less for sure, right? Like
Okay.
there's no doubt that the
So
the economy is shrinking,
if we
right?
need to build a building, they're going to use less steel in the building now. They're going to find a design where they're just like, listen, just leave like a few beams
No,
out.
but there's less buildings being built. So there's
Okay.
less demand for
But
the steel and it's shrinking.
this year. And what about those places who need new cars? Mama needs a new
We're
minivan,
talking
she's got
about
some
this
kids.
year.
Okay, I'm just saying. So she's going to be like, listen, I'm not going to get a minivan this year,
Some people definitely are like, I'm gonna wait because I can't
but
fucking
she
afford
needs
this
it.
now.
She's got four kids, three baby daddies, and now she's got a fifth with a new baby daddy. She needs a seven-seater,
Get a bunch of hooks and some
a trailer.
wagons and a bike and like get going. Listen,
So
you
I
got to
get
do what
it.
you got to
Listen,
do,
I get
TJ.
it. I get it. I totally understand that there are going to be some products where the demand will decrease. But will the demand decrease more than what the actual impact on the tariff costs will be? And the answer is most likely no if it's
Right.
a necessity,
Hmm.
right? Especially with the tariffs. Look at what are we at now for tariffs in China? I saw like in
8
some
billion.
cases it's like
245.
200.
245.
Right? Like like this is, at the point now where it's like, okay, like they're making a point here, and obviously they're going to start to negotiate. But China's like, listen, you need to like walk back your pony, JD Vance there. He needs to stop calling us peasants. So
Hmm.
there's like this, like, there's not just like a trade war going on anymore. Now it's like a you hurt my feelings,
Wasn't that
right?
AI? Didn't that turn out to be AI, JD Vance?
Is that the newest thing?
I thought that I heard that there was some AI JD Vance going around that the mainstream media took off with, and it was a whole thing. I don't
Oh,
know.
good.
I
Well,
was
that would be
so,
great if it was, because they'd be able to prove that. But
I
it'd
feel
also
like
be a
I
really
was
good
too busy.
excuse if it wasn't an AI, JD Vance.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
Especially if he
deep
slipped up.
fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, deep fake.
Oops, that wasn't him.
Are you looking for the best merch store on the planet? Well, we got the shit for you. Coming in at low prices where we barely make any money off of whatsoever, you can get the greatest real estate merchandise on this platform. Just look at this very flamboyant man putting on this great stuff. He looks great, he's dancing great, and boy does he look sexy in that merchandise. I tell you, buy this for anybody, you buy this for yourself. You will be not only repping the greatest Canadian real estate podcast in this world, but you will also be looking hella good doing it.